Hi everybody. Today I'm gonna show you how you can make a health progress bar and pause UI in Unreal Engine 5. Now we can see if we maximize the uh, gameplay, we can see the timer. But if we minimize it, we cannot see it because the things we do with the anchor point. So the timer anchor point on the left, so you have to move it on the right and change the function count function zombie count and rename it f2 and rename it count. Sometimes this type of rename help your work to better understanding. So now add a progress bar from the palette. So it's look like a basic health progress bar which we see in other video game. Place it in the bottom left and there is a color option, and I select the fill color as a red. In the default it's a green. So if you focus on a function called percent, and if we increase the percent, we can see uh, the line is fill up. So this is where we will code. So we create a binding, and from here we get our character reference, right button, get player character, and from there cast to Saiful character, and we will add it in here. And from the Saiful character get health, and get math health. We created it in our Saiful character, and the math health is 100, health is 0, and we get both of it in here. And from the health we will divide it. Remember it, health would be the upper side, and add it to the return value. So we are done in here in progress bar. If we play Alt P, we can see our progress bar is fill up, and if the enemy hit us, we will lose health, and it clearly show in the progress bar. And when we lose all the blood, progress bar will die. So this is very simple to make because we previously code the health. Go to PP zombie master. So we must delete the print string which we add with the health when we decrease the health, damage the health from the player. Compile and save. Now go to the widget blueprint WBP folder and copy the game over, duplicate the game over widget blueprint, and I rename it pause. I will use this widget because we don't need to create from all over the scratch. Just change the text, Ctrl D, Ctrl Z. So pause the game, and I change the color. I make it little like this color. I like it that way, and the tint should be 0.5 because I want to see when we pause we can see from transparent. So go to project setting, and from input I create input in here. I name it pause, and I press P and mouse left button, and it will add P here. We can also add another button. I add escape button in here. I search escape. So open level blueprint, and from here I search pause. I add pause, set game pause. It's teeth. So when we press P, our game will pause, and we create a widget. And the widget should be pause. Add to viewport, and compile and save. Now if we play the game, and if we press P, our game will pause. So the enemy is hunting us. We jump and we press P and that game is paused. So now we need to code how we can unpause, but first of all check it again. Yes, that game is paused. Now we add two button from the palette. I search button and the button is in here, and I made the size 320 and made the anchor point is middle, alignment 0.5 on the x-axis, and size OI should be 100, and I added text from the palette, drag and drop to the button, and the size is 42, and I add with text pause. The size is 50, I think more nice, and it's not pause, it's actually resume. And we rename the button also, because when we code the button it's good to rename the button also. I duplicate it, I name it white, and I make it little bit lower, and I name it white. So when it's click the quote and click resume, that quote should be below, I think it's depend on you. And from resume set them pause. Now this time it's untick, previously it's tick from the third person map. We will use that quote in another way if we need. And remove from parent, our pause will be remove the widget, and from where we duplicate the remover, there is a show mouse cursor. Now just edit in here, and this time the mouse cursor should be untick, and from the quit them. Quit game own player, get own player, compile and save. Now let's check it, is it worth nice or not. So we're playing, we press P, pause, now we press resume, unpause, we press P again, unpause again, quit again. So this is for today's tutorial, see you next tutorial.